wait till the night before Christmas to be good.
And in 3, 2, 1, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 12 podcast of Christmas number 12. This is episode 8. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Francois Nation.
I'm Andrew Sorsdahl.
I'm Marlon Brando.
And we have a very special guest on with us today. Old, dear friend of the podcast. Could you introduce yourself, sir, please?
Hello, I'm Aspen Beveridge, owner and operator of SkullCreek Studios. And good friends with these guys.
Yeah.
Former lead guitarist.
Right.
Not former.
No,
There's
lead
not been an official.
Yeah.
Lead guitarist for...
That's right. It's not former yet.
Was present
right?
at the
Is it?
inception, the genesis of Prehistoric Productions.
You could argue is like one of, outside of the three of us, probably one of the most integral parts of that founding.
Yes.
Saga.
And mutually as well. The band was developed in, conjunction with Prehistoric as well.
Now, Andrew informs
crazy
me
thing.
you've never been on the podcast on your own?
That's right.
That's
Yep.
wild to me.
Yeah, the only one that you were on was the one that we couldn't release, that could never see the light of day.
That one got a little crazy.
Yeah, that was a long,
Long.
4.5, 5 hour podcast.
A bit lengthy, right?
Yeah.
So, we've gone ahead and made a tremendous mistake. This seemed like a great, cool idea. So,
But now that we're faced with
there's
it.
a content creator out of Regina. I won't mention his name. He's
Yes.
great. He's got a huge following.
Yeah.
And he adds things into alcohol and lets them steep for a week or until something interesting.
So that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
So-
So the episode before this one, we selected the candies and put them into the alcohol in preparation
This
for this
is
episode.
this at one point was Christmas candy corns called antler
Reindeer
dips.
treats.
Reindeer
Wow.
treats.
Okay. Reindeer
And they are
treats.
like oddly they taste kind of like a Christmas cookie.
Like a sugar cookie flavored candy corn.
And you've tried these?
Yeah.
We tasted all the candy before we paired it
And
with the alcohol.
we paired them with Hot 100.
Okay. Right on.
That's our maybe not gonna. That was the one that we said was gonna be like middle of the road. Like,
Yeah.
And he ranked them all.
yeah.
Unless she gets them all right, she has to pound them all. I can't remember. We agreed to something in writing. Anyway, this is vodka with extreme sour tablets.
These like gross little they're like, like the compressed sugar with a coating, and they're like kind of sour. So that
I used
kind
to
of
eat
candy.
a very similar candy when my mom was drunk all the time.
Yeah, it's like very akin to what you'd get out of like the old the vending the coin operated machines.
Like the hard disc candies.
Yeah.
So like I was saying earlier, it's kind of like a version of Orbits, only this is more homemade and disgusting.
Or but
Yeah,
scum.
yeah.
Scum.
Nice.
Okay.
I can't wait to ingest that. in
These
my
are
body.
white rum and blue whales. And this blue whale actually is cracked in such a way that it looks like a little mouth on them. The blue completely came out of them in like an hour, but now I think they're dyeing themselves blue again. Now that they're in this
the
ecosystem.
dye just keeps going back and forth from the liquid back to the candy.
I do love how unique the colors are. Like, none of them look the same.
This is Tutti Frutti
Tutti Frutti Jelly Bellies
in Malibu.
in Malibu.
Wow.
So they taste
Okay.
like
They were like
Hubba
a
Bubba.
nice pink thing,
Yeah.
and then they didn't do that.
And now it's swamp water.
The thing is, I think this one it's like it looks the
This
worst.
is
I think
Andy's
it's going to be.
number one ranked thing.
Wow.
She thinks this will score highest.
I don't know about highest, but I think it's going to be better than it looks.
This was supposed to look good. Okay, this is,
That looks like aged lentils fermenting in a little jar.
and there it looks like fermentation is happening
Yeah.
in this one.
That scares me a little bit.
This
That one.
one is.
It's not fermentation. It's
How
alcohol.
close is
It's
the
already
bathroom
fermented.
after I drink this?
Okay, now,
You just like make
Running
your way
distance,
past the
hopefully?
cameras.
okay, so this is.
Those sour pacifiers. They're not sour, just the
Yeah,
pressed sugar.
Pressed sugar pacifiers in what alcohol?
Oh shit! White rum, hot 100.
Vodka Malibu. Andy, do you remember?
I thought, do we have one that was just vodka?
Yeah, this is vodka.
That's the vodka.
Vodka Malibu. No, vodka White Rum Malibu Hot 100. And what's the last one?
What are those Mickeys?
Black rum?
No, it's a clear.
It's a
This was
clear.
clear.
All of them are clear.
This
Yeah.
was a clear alcohol.
Peach schnapps.
Peach
schnapps.
schnapps. Dr.
Interesting.
McGillicuddy's peach schnapps. So these all were clear alcohols, and this was red. Aspen, which one would you like to try? Would you like us to try first?
Yeah, you go first.
No, we're
lead
all
the
going
way.
to try each one.
Yeah, okay.
Just a little sample.
You choose.
We have to do a bone apple. Where's the spoon? We have to do a bone apple teeth.
We'll just maybe.
No, we got to do one, at least maybe not all of them.
Okay,
but
Andrew, you pick.
I'm picking. Do we want to go worst? The one we think is worst to the
Let's
best?
go worst first.
Okay, are we going just based off of looks or combination?
I would think combination.
Combination.
This thing.
I think this is.
When you fucking pull a sample of oil off a well,
That's what
and
it looks like. Yeah.
It's oil does not mix with
Yeah.
water, but I don't remember what reverse emulsification, but oil will not mix with water, but you can get water to mix into oil.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it will make a sludge solution.
That's what we have right
Yes.
here.
When you get into a truck with an operator on an oil site, he will drive around with mason jars full of oil test, and this is what it looks like.
I'm gonna say that's the worst one, just because it's peach schnapps. I know Fran hates that, and it looks foul.
He doesn't look too happy right now. No.
How does it smell? It probably just smells like candy.
Doesn't smell bad. Actually, a little citrusy.
Oh, that actually doesn't smell like peach schnapps exactly. It's got a peach schnapps hit, but not fully.
Smells like a fucking gross old orange that you let dry out on the counter.
Like a moldy orange. It looks fucking gross, man.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for
Cheers.
partaking.
Cheers.
Cheers. And then we're going to rank them on a scale of 1 to 5, I guess. That's just sugar. It doesn't even taste that bad.
It's not bad. Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Sickeningly sweet.
I actually don't think you could just eat straight sugar and have it sweeter than that.
Yeah.
Like
It's like concentrated sugar.
It tastes like
Liquid sugar.
if you added sugar to like the peach
Look at
cups
how
you get.
fucking
Yeah.
If you grabbed a lighter, it would never stop burning. Like sugar and fucking alcohol is fuel. It would just go and go and go.
Look at how much it's curdled too. It's going to do that in our guts right there. Yeah, get ready for it.
Okay.
Such a
Aspen.
small.
We've never had an opportunity on the podcast.
Yes.
What are we going to talk about? We've got a decade, 15 years worth of things to talk about because you've never been on the podcast.
Well, you can
Tell
ask
us about SkullCreek Studios.
You can ask me pretty much anything you guys are interested in.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where are you going, Cotton Eye Joe?
It's a long story, but
Give us your Coles dough.
I'll give you a reduced version. So basically, I was born in a very musical family. All of my siblings took music lessons. I also did. My folks put me in violin, later voice. I was in like church choir. I was in church plays. Growing up, I was then I was taking violin lessons, classical violin. I also took fiddle lessons, which is more like folky style. I was studying violin at Medicine Hat College, and I heard drums down the hallway, and that was kind of the end of my violin career.
And how old were you at that?
I was probably 14. And I just heard someone playing drums down the hallway, and I thought, that's what I want to do. I love what I'm hearing over there. So my focus really shifted to more rock and roll music at that point. But also, I was kind of raised on listening to the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and, Iron Butterfly and the Doors, stuff like that my parents listened to. So yeah, I guess it's been an eclectic mix of lots of stuff. And then fast forward a few years, started playing in bands. Went to university at the University of Saskatchewan. Then I got a degree and decided, what do I want to do with my life? And part of me just kept saying, you need to pursue music. So I applied to the program at Banff, the Banff Center of the Arts, and I took audio engineering. Mm-hmm. Then I ended up going to France and studying at the Mix with the Masters program with a fella named Jakir King, who's a big-time Grammy winner producer, and I learned a lot in those years. They were very formative. And then since then, I had a studio in Piapot. Some upheaval, had to move, went to Saskatoon. I was here on the west side for a couple of years, and now I'm in Watrous. So that's the long story short.
Yeah. I guess one thing we've talked about this before, obviously, but I'm kind of keen to get your answer now with some more perspective. It seems like early on you were pretty clear that you wanted to have something that wasn't just like a come for a couple hours and record. You were interested in something that was a little bit more than just like pop in here and there studio. You wanted something more. I don't know if the word retreat is exactly the right word, but maybe it is.
That's a good word.
Yep. So just how did you come to figure that was the way that you wanted to go?
Well, I think I could answer a different question if someone were to say, how is your studio different? My approach has been, so with my experience going into some studios, I've been in some big studios and some small studios and everything in between. Some of those were big ones in Toronto, you know, where major label artists work. And I worked with some of those people and producers, and I came out of it thinking just personally that there was something missing. And I felt like, man, what would have it been like if everything kind of went my way as an artist or as a band? And I thought, if I could feel comfortable, if I wasn't nervous, if I got well fed, if I knew where I was going to sleep, like all these things are a big deal if you've been in a traveling band and you have no money and you're just trying to start out. You don't know where you're going to sleep. You don't know what you're going to eat. You have no idea who anybody is in the city. So I tried to mitigate all those things while also trying to keep costs down, just so it was affordable for most people. So that's kind of been my goal, is like bring people in, make sure they're comfortable, well fed, they know where they're going to sleep. It's not going to be on a concrete floor or a bench or like, you know, a band room with a mattress that's like 30 years old and has 5 layers of like whatever, you know, bed bugs in it or whatever. So yeah, I think it's all about environment and the vibe of the place to elicit those, you know, like that creativity, that response of being comfortable and open. Yeah.
I think that's kind of, it really goes to show that how we've kind of grown all together as in our businesses. Because I think from the video side, we're trying to cultivate a very similar feeling on set. Like we don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. We want it to be enjoyable. We want the like access to our services to be accessible.
Yeah.
And so I think that's part of the reason why we work so well together, is we have similar values when it comes to the experience we want for our clients.
And it doesn't always like work with everybody. Not every client and, you know, provider or producer or filmmaker is gonna, there's not always gonna be a synergy, but with me, more times than not, there is. And I think if you're looking for it, you can likely make it happen. Yeah.
Bit of a watershed moment last night. Aspen won SCMA Producer of the Year.
Studio of the
2
Year.
nights
No,
ago.
sorry, 2 nights ago. No,
Yeah,
two afternoons ago.
Whole
Sunday night.
that time is just
And you
Sunday.
guys also won an award, Video of the Year.
We did.
Yes.
But that's less important. What's more important is about you today here.
Because
How did you feel?
You won producer last year, right?
No, I won Studio of the Year
year,
last
yeah.
year as well.
Oh, hell yeah. 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I believe
You win
I
Studio
was,
this year?
I did, yeah.
Oh, I
so
thought you
that's
only
the
won-
second year in a row, Studio of the Year.
Oh, so we're just killing it out there.
That's right. I think I was nominated for producer this year and last year as well. But yeah, it felt great. It's always really, really, it's an honor for me to win an award, and especially that my peers have deemed me, you know, to be good enough to receive, you know.
and it's not simple competition.
That's right.
You got some
yeah.
heavy hitters.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, like, with all the talent in the province, you know, winning these awards is no small deal. I think that people really earn it when they win these awards. And I think they're very valuable to legitimize yourself as an artist or as a filmmaker or as a producer. So, yeah, it's been very advantageous for me in this, you know. When I win an award, I think people feel a little more comfortable calling me out of the blue or emailing me out of the blue or just coming up and shaking my hand, knowing that I'm not someone who's just, you know, maybe doesn't have the means to provide a high quality production or experience in the studio. So for me, it just kind of legitimizes and it gives me that confidence.
yeah, you're not a swindler.
Exactly.
That's the thing is like we're well past that stage of our careers, but I mean at the beginning, when you're trying to like
Yeah.
get some clients, you're trying to like work with some people. It's like, why the fuck would I give you any money? Like,
Right.
I don't know you, and you don't have
And that's
a
fair, isn't
portfolio.
it?
And it's like
That's fair.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's why it's like I always think back to like even maybe not some of the greatest experiences we had early days, but it's like I'm just super grateful all the time for the people that let us do music videos when we had done no music videos or like
Yeah.
whatever. Like
Like League of Wolves, our very first one.
That's right. Yeah.
that's like best people because it's like without those people, like there is no.
Yeah.
There's no career.
You need
There's
to
no-
step one, yeah.
Well, I when I first started, I didn't really know how to start. And one of the things that people were saying to me is, well, you just need experience. So not necessarily that you're giving it for free, but you try to exchange something, right? So, and I was just looking, and I knew I wasn't any good, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I was just like, can I record you? You know, I would ask other people, you know, I would just love you to be here so I can just set up an experiment and try my best. And I did that for a long time.
You were, maybe I'm wrong, early day of the Shoeless Joes, you were doing all that, weren't you?
Yeah.
I thought you were pretty good. That's one thing that I always just disagree with you on. So I mean, like, and obviously there's these technical things that you've got much experience, much like where the shortcomings were. But God, sometimes I think you sell yourself short. Like their Shoeless Joe songs. I mean, obviously they were turned into. Is there any Shoeless Joe songs that were ever turned into Legal Wolf songs? That like stage Shoeless Joe songs? Yeah.
Painted pictures in
that's
particular.
Yeah. That's crazy. I never thought about that. I kind of thought they all eventually sort of made the transit, but I guess some of them were probably left behind. That's interesting.
I don't think the Runners did either.
Exclusive
I'd
songs.
have to go back and like look at what did become a song of Legal Wolves and what didn't, but some of them definitely were used again. Yeah, and changed around a bit. And
Is the EP the face with the pink?
Yeah.
That's the only
Motions,
printed thing
it was called.
that Legal's ever, or that Shoeless Joe's ever released.
Yeah, that EP. And I recorded it all on a PC with like no gear in a basement, right? We all lived in a basement, or not in a basement. We all lived in a house together. Thankfully not the basement.
We all lived in a single room.
Yeah, the whole band, all four of us at that time
rooms.
lived in a house like a couple blocks from the university, and most of us were going to school or working nearby, and it was an experience, man. Yeah, big time. We learned a lot in that short window of time.
No doubt.
I remember that house vividly.
Bottomley.
Sure you do.
No.
Yeah.
Was it?
Colony and Bottomley in the corner, yeah.
I love that EP. Like I remember that was one thing that was awesome. That's another thing I take for granted, but I try not to take it for granted. Was when we started, the fact we started with you guys, and it was music that I could put in my CD player and play it all day, and I would just have it in my CD player. Like it could have so easily been some person that I hated the music, and then it could have taken the
joy,
the sail, like the wind right out of my sails, and I'm like, I just like maybe making music videos is not for me. I don't want to work with this. Like this sucks. But it's like
For us to have an opportunity to have good, high quality music to make music videos for
right
early
out the gate,
was massive.
Yeah.
And that we were also fans
Because
of too. Yeah.
when we first made videos, especially locally, everyone, well, not everyone, but people knew who you guys were. They knew who we were. And we were all so inexperienced. And everyone was like, okay, so you're going to make a little video, and those guys from Maple Creek are going to make a song. It's like, okay. And then they watched our first stuff, and they're like, this is way beyond what it should be for where you guys are at. And that's what propelled us to keep
going, yeah.
Well, I think you guys as a film production company and us as a band, we were coming up kind of trying to learn the ropes at the same time.
Yeah. And
I think we did really help each other. And even outside of that, like there was things, we would meet bands and be like, you got to meet our friends. They can do a video for you. And on your guys' end too, it's like we have a slow pitch tournament. You guys should come play it. So, and all of it kind of built on itself exponentially out from there. Yeah. And it still does. I mean, like just speaking back to the awards show, like I'm sitting there rooting for you guys because I know you're up for video of the year, and it's like it's come a long way over the years, and I'm proud of that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, in the last 2 years, we've simultaneously won awards at the same event in the same.
Exactly.
Like, it very well could have been that League of Wolves took off and we did nothing, or we started making short films and stopped doing music stuff. Like, there's so many things where, like, you decide that you want to drive truck instead of studio, you know what I mean?
That's right.
So the fact that
I'm picturing Aspen as a trucker. I don't know if
the fact that you get to
off.
get to those precipices and keep climbing at the same rate.
Yeah, that's very true.
Very formative. And now Aspen as the award winner, the current standing studio and producer of the year for the province of Saskatchewan. You're going to choose the next jar.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's go with the next ugliest one. I'd say maybe that one that looks like gray water coming out of the camper.
Okay.
Are we going to do our King's thing?
What's King's thing?
King's Crown.
Oh, mix them all together? Yeah, at the end.
One sorry sod, do it.
Yeah, pick maybe one of those cups. Do you want to pour the first one into the...
I mean, the shot glass will probably suffice.
I mean, this...
I'm just thinking... I'm not saying that. I'm just...
Yeah,
but
not bad again. Yeah.
Let's see.
So what was this? Peach knobs.
Peach
That's
knobs.
Malibu. That smells great.
And what were the candies in there?
Awesome.
Like they're like little, just like hard pressed sugar.
Oh, okay.
It
Just
doesn't
like
smell
sugar
awesome.
candies. Yeah.
Doesn't smell as bad as that one.
He's not a sweets guy either. I'm a big fat fatty, so I like
I'm
sweets.
very rich.
Yeah, I like the sweet thing from now. From
So what do
time
you
again.
snack on, Francois? Like broccoli?
We were.
Yeah, he's a Brocco guy.
I am
A
rabbit
little
food.
cauliflower once in a while. All
rabbit,
raw.
Rabbit food guy. No, we were talking the other day about how much pizza you can eat, and I like realized
Actually,
because
we talk pretty frequently
yeah,
about
about how
Yeah.
much pizza you can eat.
Brad
It's-
talks frequently about
It's
how
been like
much.
a running joke with us for a long time, where it's just like let's do a podcast where we just see how much they basically these two say let's you and I sit down and we'll see how many large pizzas we can eat in
How
one
many?
go. Yeah, just a joke. It's
Yeah.
like one episode will just be us eating large pizzas. Anyways, but that's been a joke for 10 years now. But recently Bradford and I were on our way back from Cabry, and we this one's for David. We went through the Rosetown, so you got to stop by the 7-Eleven at
Of course.
Rosetown if you're going to go
Yes,
through
Rosetown,
Rosetown.
7-Eleven.
No, we didn't
Support.
stop by the 7-Eleven. Actually, sorry, David, I fucking lied to you completely. We went through Rosetown. Bradford got two for one pizzas, but he got smalls. Anyway, so he gives me one, and he seems so fine with the small, and I'm like,
I love.
I was like, no, I know, and I think that's actually good. That's normal. I had the not good reaction where I was like, this isn't enough pizza, like in my head, because he gave me one and gave like 2 for 1, right? And so I'm like, this isn't like the Step Brothers. It's not enough. It's not enough. Anyways, I didn't say anything, but I'm like, oh, that's. I was basically like, that's weird. You got small, like you're not very hungry. He's like, oh, I can usually only kind of like finish a small. He's like, if I could only get one rather than 2, I'd get just the one. I'm like, oh fuck! Like, if I order pizza from a pizza place, I get a large and I dummy the whole thing
thing?
in like an hour. Like,
Wow.
easy.
I'm
Crazy,
impressed.
yeah.
I'm impressed.
And yeah, I was thinking about like, man, the joke it should be more like, how many pizzas can I eat in a go? Because like, I eat a lot of pizza, but for sure a large. Like, if I get a large pizza, I'll eat
There's
probably
no way I
half
could eat
of
a
it.
large pizza.
I'll probably eat
I
half of it in a go.
probably
and then-
could.
If I
Oh,
was
yeah.
under the influence of certain things, probably no problem. But I wouldn't feel good. I wouldn't be a good thing, but I could do it.
Huge fucking news too. I just did I think it was last night or the night before last night. Found this out. Pizza Depot in Kensington is coming back, baby. It's under new management. It's been closed for about fucking 3 or 4 months now.
Yeah!
Dying
I've never
inside.
had it.
I'm so excited for Pizza
never
Depot to
eaten
come
there.
back.
Okay.
I've never had it.
If
Anyway,
you
it's
are
been a big deal in my life.
if you are traveling through
Yes.
Rosetown on your way to the southwest,
Yes.
if you happen to be coming from Saskatoon ever again, instead of stopping at all the shitty fucking fast food places in Rosetown, because
Yeah.
they're all dog shit.
Right.
The Tim Hortons is dog shit. The A&W's dog
You
shit.
best watch your mouth. The
The
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven is not a fast food drive-through.
You can get fast food there.
You can get fast food.
The 2-for-1 family
Taquitos,
pizza in
man.
Rosetown is awesome.
Really?
I order it when I'm like 25 minutes out. I pick it up and keep driving. The undercarriage is like crispy as fuck.
Where is this from?
The Rosetown 2-for-1 family pizza.
2-for-1 family
It
pizza.
used to be.
okay.
It's where the old Pete and Roy's bar was.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
so good.
The owner knows Brad by name now.
So on the corner, kind of across from Dairy Queen,
Yeah.
right?
You
Okay.
betcha.
Yeah,
They
I
have.
know exactly where it
they've
is.
now they have a bar. They refurbished the old bar, so it's a 2-for-1 family pizza with a
bar.
liquor license and bar in it, which is awesome.
Wow.
Crush pizzas and get drunk.
But it was it's delicious. It was like nice hot pizza.
It was very good, yeah. I can't remember it.
I used
gotta
to
have
love
it
2-for-1. I think it's on the decline overall as an organization. This one is much better.
Back in the day when I was playing football, I could eat like a beast. Like I could have had an extra large pizza, no problem.
A woman a night.
Easily.
New woman every night.
Nowadays, not so much. But like, yeah.
Okay, this one's for Andy. We're gonna see. You're gonna.
Andy's favorite.
Ah.
All right, Cardinal, what you got?
That is also painfully sweet, but not bad.
Better than the
Not
first one,
bad.
I think.
Yeah, better than the first one. I agree.
The bubblegum
Man,
flavor
this
helps.
is just not for me. Oh, this is awful.
It's syrup. It tastes like syrup.
It's
is
Nothing
so
is worse than
goddamn
when,
sweet.
when sugar burns the back of your throat. There's so much
Yeah.
fucking
I think the
sugar.
important thing is this: we are now through the low
Those are the
alcohol,
sweetest.
high sugars.
Yeah.
I really hope
These
that
are high
vodka was
alcohol,
able
low
to
sugar.
maintain its own.
That's wild.
Those might be more palatable. Like the blue whales, I'm kind of looking forward to that one.
The only way you could
curious
even
about
drink
that.
this stuff is if you diluted the shit out of it in some
Yeah.
sort of a cocktail
Yes.
or something.
If you said like you have to have 3 shots, that I would vomit. Absolutely, there would be no chance of me not vomiting. I don't think I'd be able to
And
resist.
he can eat a large pizza.
No problem.
Yeah, it's different, right?
Oh, that is terrible stuff.
Bread and cheese.
We were
man.
talking earlier before
Eat
you
that
came
all
on,
day.
all day.
and we won't get specific, but you've worked multi-genre recordings.
Yeah, that's never been intentional. I think I've just been a bit of a weirdo in that way. In high school, I started working on electronic loops. So I don't even remember what it was. It was randomly someone was like, "Hey, have you ever tried this program Fruity Loops?" Right? And I was actually just trying to find software that worked for recording.
There's so many offensive jokes.
Yes, there
There's
are.
so many offensive
You
jokes.
throw
I can
those out
make.
anytime if you want. But like,
My insides.
so when I was about 16, I found this software. It's called Fruity Loops, and it's just like a simple grid, right? And it's a grid, and you can set the tempo and the feel, and then you use samples, like just different types of MIDI samples to create music. And
Like
so
Queens Under Pressure.
I got obsessed with it, like I got really obsessed with it. And so I spent many, many hours, probably at least, I would say thousands of hours.
You basically
just-
have to produce music, you got to get a little obsessed.
You got to be completely obsessed. Yeah, I'm still completely obsessed with it. But that kind of led me down the road of understanding what electronic music is and how it's built and how to use MIDI. And that was in a day, like, it might have been, this was back in like the year 2000, something like that. So, it was a while back, and it was something very new to everybody. So I just really wanted to figure it out. And I was learning on other things like ADAT tape machines, which my brother had kind of just laying around the house. He had ADAT recording machines and some gear for recording. So I was always learning and tinkering. And then, so I always had this curiosity about how, not just how music was made, but what all kinds of music are like, kind of creating them from the scratch. And I'm still like that. We discussed a little bit before we started, a fellow who's become a friend of mine named Shubdeep, who's a Pakistani fella who lives in Watrous, and he lives just across the studio, and we ended up working together, and he does a lot of great Punjabi rap, hip hop stuff. And so that,
You got into this, you're like, I'm going to do rock and roll.
well, I had no idea. But I'm like, for me, I enjoy that it's such an eclectic mix.
So-
and I enjoy that. So I keep doing it.
With the Punjabi rap, to like, do you try to get a baseline where it's like you're like, give me 20 of your favorite Punjabi artists, and you go on Spotify and like listen to all of them to get like
This-
this is sort of what they
This
enjoy?
has been so just in the moment.
Okay.
He came in and said, I got some beats already lined up. He
Yep.
showed me the beats.
Yep.
I put them in Pro Tools, and I just got him a mic, and we just started going.
Okay, so it's more
More freestyle almost.
gauging
Yeah.
based on that specific client
Yeah.
when they're happy or not. It's like you're liking it now, you're not liking
Yeah.
it now. I think like just using your own, because that's the thing. I guess like there is no world where you can become somebody who's raised in that culture
That's right.
or whatever. So it's like
Yeah.
rather than avoid your influences and your tastes and stuff, like lean into it and then create something new, I guess, out of the mixture of you two. Yeah, that makes sense to
I
me.
think the key is being open and communicating. And for me, he brought me, it was like, this is the song, it's called Topper, or it's called whatever. And I would just say like, okay, but, and then he raps in Punjabi, so I have no idea what he's saying. And then we just we slow it down, and I say, well, let's stop and you tell me about it. So then he'll tell me the story of the song, what it's about, what it's trying to convey. Then I at least have an idea, right? And I would do this with every other client anyway. I would just normally know the language. But I have to know what he's trying to convey emotionally so that I can make it sonically reflect that the best I can.
Also, like, I'm thinking now, I'm sure we're already at the point where AI could just eat the song, turn it into English, and sing it back
Yeah, of
to you
course.
now.
Probably could translate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a process of like being open and I think communicating and allowing people to be who they are. And then I learned something new. So I win.
So what I love about that is you're learning different things about different music styles, which you can then bring even in very small pieces back into what you're doing with other stuff. And it's so just much like for us, remembering, you know, that shot we did or that lighting setup we did or this thing really worked, and not reusing it, but just
Learning
always taking those tools and advancing them.
That's right.
Now, something that I think, sorry, Andrew, something I think is really impressive for me and what makes sense logically is you start off in music, you're multi-instrumentalist, you learn all this stuff on a lot of the tracks, you play backup, you sing some vocals, you're so involved in that way. Now I look at somebody like Rick Rubin, who apparently doesn't know how to play any instruments, knows nothing about music of any kind, and is one of the most famous producers of all time. How do you wrap your head around that as somebody who comes from your style of doing things?
Just like filmmakers, some filmmakers have a wheelhouse and they stay right there, and some people don't, and they do all kinds of films. They do action films, they do comedy, sometimes romantic. They put it all together sometimes. Some people like throwback films, some like only like black and white. I think production is the same in music. Some people are good at a lot of things in different genres, and some stick to the one specific thing. But I think that's what it comes down to, you know, is like, what are you interested in and what are you good at? And it kind of just takes you these places.
Apt. I think that's a really good comparison. The good comparison for you. Two guys go to Vietnam. One guy, he can take apart his weapon, he can clean it, he knows what it's called, he knows what the bullets are called, he knows what the calibers, he knows how much weight of gunpowder is in each bullet, all that stuff. And there's another guy who says, I don't know what it's called. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life. And they're both equally effective at killing people.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's just that's using.
I just saw that for the first time. Rick Rubin.
But it's like
they're like, what instruments do you play? He's like, I've never played an instrument in my life. I couldn't tell you A from G. I have no fucking idea.
But there's a reason why he's so good at what he does.
Yeah, it's like
right?
at the end of the day, well, it's like you said before, it's about being able to communicate.
Yeah.
Also, maybe he can hear as a consumer in a different way because he doesn't have a musical background. I don't know.
So as long as you can communicate, I think the filmmaker thing was a really apt analogy, because there are filmmakers who will be able to tell you, and it's the type of filmmaker that I want to be. It's like they can tell you what lens length is going to be the best one, what shot selection, what all this stuff. They can tell you down exactly. They can nail it down, and then it's like that makes things easy, obviously, for production because you can get things moving really fast. But it's like you have your directors who can't do that. But it's like they make good films still because they can tell you that it's like, well, I want this to be what's conveyed. Yeah. And then they're going to have to rely a lot more on people around them to get that stuff going. But it's as long as they can communicate and they can really effectively tell somebody, it's like, I want this to be the emotion, I want it to be dark, I want it to be whatever the idea is. And visually, then it's like somebody else can help you express that. Like, so I guess it's just with Rick Rubin, I just imagine that he's probably has to lean on people a lot more than some other producers do who can like do it themselves. Rick Rubin might have to get the guy to go do the
in baseball, we call that a 5-tool ball player. That's what Aspen Beveridge is.
5-tool, nice.
And in baseball, you can either run and catch and throw and hit and do everything and make $400 million, or you can hit home runs and also make $400 million.
Exactly, yeah.
Sit on the bench, stand up, hit home runs, and then sit back down.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can specialize, or you can be more of a multidisciplinarian or multi-tool or multi-instrumentalist, right?
Exactly.
I think they're just very different places to come from as a producer. Rick Rubin is more, he always says this, where it's like, people pay me for my taste. Mm-hmm. He understands what works and what doesn't. Mm-hmm. He understands what's good and what conveys emotion. And he doesn't know what will succeed, but he has a real good knack for understanding quality. Mm-hmm. And I really do believe that.
He lucked out a little bit, because it's like at the end of the day, independent producers or like independent artists, usually you can't be the guy that just does one thing. Like you're not going to go very far in the independent. You have to be somebody who can like go and pick the thing up or go and press the button and go and do the whatever. So obviously, like at some point in Rick Rubin's life, he really benefited from somebody giving him a really big shot, and he was able to carry on. So it's like
that was Public Enemy probably. So I think that he's much more of a visionary than people maybe understand too, because this was in the 80s and no one was really doing hip hop like the way they were doing it with MPCs and samplers, and he was kind of like, no, these need to be meshed together. Like hip hop needs to be an aggressive genre. And he was the visionary that said, let's put it together. And I think he wasn't scared of that. He'd go into a club and be like, plug this stuff in, like play it like a rock show almost.
Yeah, it's almost like the Steve Jobs
thing. He produced
thing,
it like that.
Where it's like Steve Jobs, by all accounts, like kind of when it comes to programming and like don't know fuck about anything. Like just technologically illiterate basically. But he's the guy that was brave enough to like
Right.
And he was an asshole, and he abused a lot of people, and he was really terrible, and like,
was awesome.
caused the ruination of countless lives. But
Yeah.
he, at the end of the day, he was the guy that was able to tell people, like, this is what we're doing, this is what we're shooting for. I will not accept less than this. I will not, like, it has to be this. The iPod has to be like this. It
Right.
cannot be 1% below this. Like, I can't have the wheel, whatever, with separated buttons. It has to have the buttons as one button, and it has to do this. Do that, or else we're not doing it. So, like, yeah. And like you said with Rick Rubin and the hip hop thing, it's like if you have a vision, you can execute, and you know it's gonna.
Exactly.
You know what it needs to be. Like, yeah.
And
absolutely.
he's also all over the map genre wise. Everything from hip hop to rock to, you know, some pop stuff that's very even country, and like
R&B.
he can do anything, right? And then like there's different producers. Maybe someone like more who I'm trying to emulate or be like is Kevin Parker from Tame Impala. If you don't know who he is, look him up. You're gonna love it. He plays all his own instruments. He plays bass. He's a great drummer, great bass player, great guitar player, great vocalist. Writes all his own stuff, produces a lot of his own stuff. So he's even like a great recording engineer and mixing engineer. And you know, he's someone that. I love Rick Rubin, and I idolize a lot of producers for different reasons, but Kevin Parker is one of those people that I idolize.
Yeah.
You know, as a performer, as a rock musician, as a composer,
Totally.
like he really blows my mind, and it's something that I just, if I can get a little bit of that, you know, if I can get a little bit of the ways there,
100%.
I feel like I'm doing something right. So
I think in the vein, it just made me think of this, a quote that's almost universally misunderstood and misquoted in regards to being like jack of all trades. You know what the full quote of the jack of all trades thing is?
master of none.
Based on a quote.
So,
Right.
Jack of all trades, master of none,
There you go.
but oftentimes better than a master of one.
Sure.
Is the full quote.
Yeah.
And oftentimes people use it as a way to like dismiss, like, oh, he's a jack of all trades.
That's right.
But really the full context of the quote is, you know, it's way better to be a jack of all trades and have depth in your bench than to just be hyper specialized at one thing. So
But much like these adages or like sayings, there's probably some nuance in a lot.
oh, of course.
it's-
Of
you
course.
Need, you need all types. It's
There's
and that-
almost
that's-
nuance with everything happening.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost like that.
Almost
Isn't it?
like
It's
that,
like
yeah.
things are complicated.
It's like everything in life. It's like you'll complain about a certain type of person, and then you're like, the way my brain works, I'm always like, but do I want to live in a world where that specific type of person does not? I mean, there's some specific types of people that maybe the world could do without, but largely I think it's like, I'll be like, I don't like how whatever this person is. Then it's like, but do I want to live in a world without people like that?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'd like that there are people like that who are
And
doing
imagine
that thing or
imagine if
whatever.
someone told Rick Rubin not to be what he was.
100%.
Or someone told Kevin Parker not to be, you know, oh, well, you're going to kind of be a jack of all trades, but it's
Change
going to
the start
water
of mouths
everything
away.
down, and it's going to be all, you know, you're going to be master
Don't
of
get us-
nothing.
don't
I
get
don't
us
think
started.
he cared. You know, like I think
Yeah.
that he just decided, well, this is what I love to do, and I love the bass, so I should
Yeah.
learn how to play it. And I love playing the drums, so I should learn how to play that as best I can and
I think
to
what
do
you
all
s-
of it.
What you said about, sorry, what's the Tame Impala, what's his name, sorry?
Kevin Parker.
Kevin Parker. It's like what you said about Kevin Parker, where it's somebody who you wish to emulate. Like that's
Yes.
you. That's sort of a personal hero of yours.
Yep.
It's like maybe that's the way to look at it, rather than besmirch the people who's like, I don't necessarily want to be that kind of a guy. Don't do that. Rather prop up the guy or be like with me. It's like the people that I want to be like are like the Peter Jacksons, the Robert Rodriguez's. It's the guy you see who's sitting on set with a camera in his hand. He's not. There's not four guys below the line or whatever. It's like he's the guy with the camera. He's shooting the thing. He knows exactly what he's getting, and. Not to besmirch any other director who like sits with his megaphone
Exactly.
doing the thing. It's like they make great films as well, but it's like I don't want to be that guy. I want to be like Robert Rodriguez. I want to be like Peter Jackson. Or
Okay,
whatever. So maybe that's the way to do it.
speaking of jacking the trades or whatever you were going.
Yeah.
Francois, I think this is interesting. First of all, we've got the three primary colors left, which is kind of cool,
That is neat.
and we've also got white and black.
This
all kind of turned out
This
really
is a
nicely.
loose definition of red, I will say,
Burgundy,
but it's
dark.
but yes, it is
And
impressive.
Francois, I've just taken a vote. We want you to decide the next flavor.
Yes, please.
Oh, fuck.
The highest alcohol content by a lot. By a large margin.
And it's I'm gonna hate this so
This is a doozy.
very, very much. I'm
Oh.
gonna hate that.
Cinnamony.
Hot 100.
Yeah,
Oh,
that makes sense.
Give Francois a sniff.
it just smells like
I don't
Hot
know. I
100.
think I'm gonna kind of enjoy that one.
It needs to be stirred up a little bit before we.
No, I don't. I think we want it to be settled a bit.
No, we want this, or else it's just
How much of this
100.
stuff is being poured down the drain?
A lot.
none of it.
None of it.
It's gonna be. We have live episodes to film yet.
We could mix it into a bottle and then try to do one shot of it
All
per episode
All
of
of it?
Lives.
I don't want to mix it all together, but
What?
I'd rather.
What's
I'd rather.
the fucking difference?
I was gonna say, like, God, it's all
Well,
shit.
we don't know it's all. We haven't tried it all. We don't know all of its shit. And like, I didn't hate the tutti
This like
frutti.
is so close to what that one fake blood I made that didn't turn out.
It is. It looks like foul.
Looks like that Caesar we got at that one place in Saskatoon.
That was
At
terrible.
ladies,
What
Hey,
was
we
I
don't
saying?
need to.
it's closed.
Oh, is it closed now? Okay, we can talk shit.
That's not mine.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, baby. There you go, baby.
Fucking bitch.
Fuck.
To Andrew.
Andrew.
To Andrew. Always.
The one that I can't do because it's fucking cinnamon because you ruined it.
Ooh, it was worse than I thought.
Oh my, junk in it.
Ooh.
Weird. Because it doesn't taste straight like Fireball
It's
though.
like a strong flavor.
It tastes like that. Tastes like cinnamon hearts.
There has to be.
Like the actual cinnamon heart candy because it's got like the candy coating.
I hate to admit that it's better than I thought it was going to be.
It's way better than straight Fireball.
It's
better
not
than
Fireball
last
Hot
time.
100.
Or Hot 100. It's way better than lapping up Hot 100.
I didn't like the chunk. Of
Yeah,
whatever.
the chunk is what got me.
That's not good.
I didn't do chunk. I didn't do chunk.
And it kind of half dissolved, and the other half kind of lodged in my throat as it went down.
I think
There's got to be.
stinging.
People like to talk
Powerful.
about fucking cilantro and how there's like
Yeah.
people who are born
I can't
without
do
all that
cilantro.
stuff.
I love
There needs to be
cilantro.
more
I love
attention
cilantro
to the
too.
fucking.
People like you.
The cinnamon. There should be more attention paid to people like me. No, like cinnamon drinks, and like some people are like, it is the best thing. Like I know many people who are like, Fireball is my favorite thing. They just bring a bottle of Fireball to a party, and I'm like, you're fucked. Like that held me. Like if you said I had to drink Fireball for a whole party, I would
do it?
fucking
the thing
be
is
so upset.
The thing is, I used to be one of those people who I love it, and then I would someone poisoned me with Fireball at one point. It was the last thing I had before a terrible hangover.
And it ruined
And now I taste cinnamon and alcohol, and my body's just like, it's poison. Get it out. It's poison.
Yeah.
So I just, yeah.
Okay, we're going to truck on through. Andy picks the next one. Blue or yellow?
Yellow. Save the blue for last.
Okay.
And he picked yellow.
Give it a good stir. Ooh.
That
That was
one
kind
pop.
of like mango juice.
That one pop.
It looks
That
like
little death
like grease. Like
Thing of pop.
you know, you have like a thing of after you cook ground beef, like the grease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells sour
Oh,
and
that's
stale.
That's a flavor.
Like the film it's developed on the top.
It's the same as when you do Skittles. It's like that
This
wax
looks
coating on
like
the outside of the candy.
The skin
So
of
are
someone
these
with
all
harlequin type ichthyosis.
Yeah.
Don't look that up.
Oh, don't.
Okay,
That's
I'll
the
look that
one.
up, Dr. Francois.
Dr. Brad.
I feel like we're okay. So are these drinks supposed to be like really tasty and good, or were you guys like?
we were trying
What
to.
was the goal with these?
Mayhem.
Okay, good. I understand.
Surprising on both sides. I was expecting there to be some that were surprisingly good,
Yeah.
and some that were just awful.
Okay.
I would say so far none of them have been like that bad.
We had anything
No.
gut wrenching. I mean, if you mix
No one's
alcohol with
died.
cans,
No one's
Disagree.
puked, right?
I think
gut-wrenching?
I think the only reason that I have not is because of the amount we're doing, which is so
Yeah.
little. Like if you gave me that shot glass full of stuff, holy fuck. Those first two I would have had a bad time. The only reason I think I can get through is because it's this tiny little amount.
to Fran.
To Fran.
To me. To the D.
Oh, that's sour.
Yeah.
That tastes like bile.
Oh my god, that's what you reminded me of. That's why I said that.
It tastes
There
like
is
bile.
a-
It tastes like bile.
Like one of the best Tenacious D songs. I love a lot of them. But one song is like this weird ballad they go on about the end of the world, and how him and Cage. It's like we need to.
We should do a Bone Apple Teeth
They go on this
episode.
whole thing about it's like the world's ending. Then
Just
it's
this
like we need to hide in a bunker, you and I, so that we survive the end of the world. And it's about them emerging from the bunker, and then it's just them, and now they need to recreate society. So then they're talking about like we're gonna have renewable energies, and we're gonna have all this stuff. But then at one point they're like we're gonna be too I'm gonna be king, and you're gonna be a duke. And he's like, well, I want to be a king too. And it's like, oh, well, I guess we'll lead as two kings. That's what they keep saying. We'll lead as two kings. But then eventually they start mistrusting each other in the song, and then it's all about like he's doing this and he's doing this, and then eventually there's a moment in the song when it's like, cheers, Kyle, cheers. It's like, cheers to the D. And then you can hear them drinking. He's like, cheers to me. I poisoned your wine. And he's like, oh no, I poisoned yours as well.
Give us a sniff test on it, sir, Fran.
This guy.
Bit of a trivia question.
That sounds way better.
What's the
than
best
any
League
other
of
ones.
Wolves song to the group? What's the best League of Wolves song?
Like objectively or his favorite?
No. It's like trivia, like for your thing. What's the best League of Wolves song?
He's got to impress you.
Oh, for all of us. Like, yeah, I'm asking, so I have the answer. I guess.
Collectively, what we would choose?
No.
Or just from your perspective, and then justify it. Like
Like
why?
from me personally?
Yeah. What do you think is the best League of Wolves song and why?
I think Never Be the Same Again is the best League of Wolves song. Yeah. I think writing, production-wise, just kind of in all those facets, I think it's the one to me that I can still listen to where I'm like, I enjoy it every time. I just feel like we got as close to what we wanted in that song.
Now, that answer was wrong.
That was wrong. That was the wrong answer.
That was the wrong
And I knew you
I
guys
like-
would be different than mine. I was like, I know they're going to say
That's not what I expected you to say, though. It
Yeah.
really isn't.
Yeah.
Fran, or Brad, what would you say? What's the best League of Wolves song and why?
See, now I'm a Shoeless Joe's guy. Like,
Sure,
I
Shoeless
like
Joe's,
League of
yeah.
Wolves did
Like
some
the deep
stuff.
cuts.
But there's like, they did music and then some stuff. And then they went to Toronto and then they came back to the good stuff.
Nice.
I mean, there's some good.
Yeah.
Painted Pictures,
but that's not
Runners.
League of Wolves.
No, it's not.
That's a totally different artist. I mean, I wouldn't ever try and put them head to head. Probably the original Mountains Away. That's got to be number one for me.
That's a good one. Yep.
Yeah,
Lot going on there.
That's the correct answer. I'm gonna just say it. That's the correct answer.
Fran?
But Fran, what?
Obviously.
Yeah.
One night I spent, what were we doing? It was after we shot, what was the black and white music video with Leah? What's that song called again? Sorry? Arrows. We were shooting arrows in somebody's
Cam's
garage. I
garage,
can't
yeah.
remember. Cam's garage. Sorry, we were shooting there, and then everybody left, and then Leah. I can't remember why, but he's like, "You want to hang out?" And I had nothing to do, so I'm like, "Oh, I'll hang out." But I ended up spending like 3 or 4 hours in this garage with Leah, and
We all did. We were all hanging out after we were
I
out
was
drinking.
there way longer than anybody
Oh,
else. Like,
we all went
I was in the basement with him alone for hours, into the wee hours of the morning. And anyways, so Leah and I ended up just talking about Dune a lot, and we ended up speaking a lot about specifically when Josh Brolin says, "You haven't met the Harkonnens; they're brutal." Like we talked about, it's the greatest. How the delivery on that line. Anyways, that was a big part of it. But we talked about Mountains Away a lot. Because he always knew that we had an issue with the new Mountains Away. We had our problems, and so he brought it up, and then
The issue is that we hated it.
it was funny because he felt like he was like, "You and I need to explain to you what happened, why, everything." And it was just a brilliant conversation. I'm like, "Oh my god, I think you feel basically the same way we do." Like that song, the way that I got it from him was like it was his baby. Like it was something he was so precious about. And he just told me all about it and like why he wrote it and stuff, and which made me like it even more. But there's one line though at the beginning that even I can't remember if you guys changed it or if I misheard the lyric or what the thing was. But there was this one lyric that I loved so much that I thought was brilliant because the context of it was a certain way, and then the lyric was changed, and then I'm like, this changes the context to me of the whole line, and it was I'm all right, how about you? I always thought I'm like, that is awesome, like it's so flippant, but then it was changed to without you, and I'm like, man, this feels way less impactful to me, that one line change, and I always think about that with like, it's crazy how just it's 2 words that you just flip out. But it changes the whole feeling of that, because like Mountains Away to me was a ballad about I'm good on my own.
That's exactly what it was about.
But then saying without you made it feel
like a
not in a bad way, sorry, but a little more petty, like a little more like I need to let you know that I'm good without you. Whereas it's like no, I'm good.
Or
like,
perhaps the difference was the song that it was Liat's brainchild.
Yeah.
We wrote it together, but it was essentially like, hey, man, I got this idea or this riff.
Yeah.
And then we built on that. And this was in Piapot back in the day. The song was more about his life experience at the moment. Right.
Yep.
And this was like his divergence from the band that he was in for many years.
Yep.
That were a big band, and they went separate ways. And this was his therapeutic way of like dealing with that. And I understood exactly what he was doing and what he was saying, and I thought we could flesh this out. We could make this into a great song. I think that you fast forward a couple years. And we were trying different stuff, and we were with a major label, and that producer was also someone who makes big time hits. And one of the things that he was suggesting was that, well, we flip these things around, and it becomes more of like maybe more like a young person's love story. And there's always a place for that, right? And I think you always have to be open to possibility. You always have to try new things. And
Oh yeah, he could get knocked around.
Yeah.
Big
so
time.
you know what I mean? For me, I thought we should just go for it. And we should try what his interpretation, and that's what we did. But it
If I would have been in
took
that
something
fucking
away
room,
from it.
This
right?
would have been me sitting in that room.
Yeah.
Nope. Write a new song. Write a new fucking song. But don't do anything.
But here's the silver lining is that I think the song was awesome the way it was, and I still love it that way. But the way that the song became then was placed on Letterkenny, and we got a sync. And I think that for me, I never look at stuff that way where I'm like, I hate the way it went and I hate the way it was changed and I got to hold on to the...
Totally.
I feel like, no, the version we did before was good for what it was worth, and the version we created later had some success and gave us some things that we're proud of. So
And I think as
I
an
wouldn't
artist,
change
yeah.
it. I wouldn't change what we did. I feel like, if I was playing in front of you guys, I'd want to play it the old way and for you guys.
And I have it digitally backed up in like 9 places.
Yeah.
Of course,
Oh yeah, our
of course.
our
Go.
plan is to one day just offer you like a briefcase and be like, we
want-
want all the rights,
Yeah.
we want everything signed over.
Let's
us.
talk.
We want
Let's
that
talk.
thing.
You're gonna have to talk to Liat too.
Yeah,
The
the
other guy.
It's like I don't even want Liat even strumming. It's like, no, that's not your music.
But no, that's awesome that you guys have such a connection to that. Like I feel flattered, and I think, us as a band should be proud of that. That you guys, even after all these years, are like,
man.
I
I
love
still
that
listen to
version.
that. I still
And-
listen to it.
You guys should
Yeah.
be so proud of the catalog you guys have created. It's
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
it's still to this day. We were talking a little bit earlier about like early days and stuff, but I think about like, you talked briefly about like, Brad, if things went a different way, whatever. So like, let's say there was a world where we kept doing River Rat Ride stuff and we made it bigger, and we were able to like kind of achieve our vision for what we wanted that to be. It would, for me, I would still, every year I would be like, I want Legal Wolves to be headliner. Every year I would fight for that, and they'd be like, no, we can't do 4
Well,
5 years.
I
I'd
have
be
to
like,
say,
we should have Legal Wolves as
at
headliner.
the wedding, when we got it, and it was like, it wasn't huge, like it was big for a wedding, but it was not like a big concert.
It was amazing.
But there was like,
Are you kidding
there
me?
was like
Incredible.
20
You're
or
at a
30
legitimate
dedicated
stage,
people in the
like-
audience that are like, this is very important to me that
Yeah.
this show goes in a certain way. And I remember Brendan Heatherton, who generally is not a very emotional or like, he's not a,
He's not a hard on your sleeve guy.
yeah, no, just like, yeah.
We
it'll
joke
be what
about
it is.
him buying coffins a lot.
And he came
Because
up.
he's so
He
dead
came
inside.
up to me. He's like, if they don't play zombies, it won't work. Like I can't do this thing right now. And I
we
was like,
had to. We
Yeah,
had
that was
to.
beautiful.
So just so anyone doesn't know, our band played Brad's wedding. So that's how important our band was to these guys and how important you guys are to us.
And at their first show, she was Joe's show. I bought a white tank top, and then I kept it, never wore it, and put it on a rack. And I told Dylan I would have him wear it at my wedding when he played. And then I brought it out halfway during the show and made him put it
Beautiful
on.
thing.
So I
That
kept
was-
it for like a decade
Yeah.
in a closet. It was like all of my
It was in
signed
pretty
Rough
good
Rider
condition,
gear.
though, from what I remember.
It was brand new.
Yeah.
It literally never
never
saw the
wore
light
it?
of day. It went immediately from.
You never wore it between.
I
at
never
all.
wore it. I bought it
Oh,
only for
that's
Dylan
why.
to wear it. I never let it don my body. I had a second one for me, but I bought it and then folded it and put it in my pocket. And then when I got home, I hung it, and it stayed there for a dozen years.
Wow.
So
I love it.
let's try this.
Oh God.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And then we'll decide
To
which
Brad.
one's the worst. To Brad. This
To
one's to
Brad.
Brad.
No, Andy.
Oh.
They're all not good.
It wasn't nearly as good as I had hoped.
They're all not good.
I feel like a big part of that
Very
is
sour.
the big part of that is that it's white rum. I think.
Yeah.
I feel like if that was vodka, that would be the best one, hands down, bar none. But the white rum gives it a gross taste.
Francois is still
Okay,
recovering.
That's in my mouth way too long.
The
That's
blue
what she
whale
said.
taste on the back end is better than eating a blue whale.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
But it's
Which
the
is
white rum.
rum.
It's the white rum that kills that.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Man, it actually tastes a lot like a blue whale.
It does, the back end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry.
Only more sour and stale and
Okay,
nasty.
so what was the best? If you had to pick a best one out of these 5 jars
They're
of shit.
so bad.
Oh man,
They're
I don't know.
so fucking bad. None of these were a hit.
The closest to
We
a hit.
blew it 5 different times.
I don't know.
The dirty lentil water, maybe.
Like this one?
Yeah, was
Or
probably
that
the
one? No, the
The
lentil
gray
water.
water was not bad either, but the lentil water was probably the easiest to swallow.
Yeah.
These
think-
really sweet ones, like they're just
Yeah.
like stale and sour.
This one was, I think, middle of the road. Like, it's hot 100. You're not going to hide that it's hot
that
100.
wouldn't have been that bad, but there was a chunk that kind of
This was
dissolved
actually my
as I was
favorite.
swallowing it.
This was my favorite.
Pretty nasty.
Of course, because you're a fucking psycho who loves cinnamon.
It was better than Hot 100. It improved
Yeah.
the alcohol.
I would say,
Oh, I just thick drinks. Also, I'm not. Unless it's a fucking milkshake, I don't want my drink to be thick.
I think this one would have
Guinness, that's as thick as I'll
Guinness
go.
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
been, this would have been good if it was vodka.
I still think
Probably.
I would
Oh,
put
nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is the worst one. To you?
Worst?
I think this is the worst.
That's the worst. Oh, it's weird.
Mine
you
would be the
put this
same,
there.
only the blue one probably second or at the end.
I had a
Yeah,
very
somewhere around there.
My experience
Yeah.
with blue one was not
These weren't too bad.
fair because I just
They're
let it
very
sit in my
sweet, but
mouth.
they were like
Yeah.
totally palatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In very small quantity, they're
I
drinking.
just hate
If
everything.
you made me a cup of this, I could never drink it.
No.
I hate everything
No,
about
thank
this.
you.
I don't like any of this, and I don't.
It was all fucking awful.
So next time,
Yeah,
let's just eat a whole pizza each.
Anything, yeah.
We'll
Just
do that
anything else.
instead.
Yeah, people want to hear us munching on a whole pizza and wheezing and
Andy, how far is this off your
Shirtless
ranking?
with bibs
I
on.
think that's almost exact. I think there's just 2.
Better swap.
So then you only have to drink 2 whole ones? Okay, so Andy got it almost all right, so she's going to drink 2 and then a third one just to make sure. So she's going to, all the contents and everything, we're going to do that off cam. Yuck. What a horrible experiment. Aspen, I really was hoping it was like, oh, this actually worked pretty well, and what a nice thing we did for each other.
I mean, thanks for that experience, but it was mostly stale and sour and too sweet.
yeah.
I don't think Dylan could have drank these. He's too pretty. We voted him the prettiest person we know
I would agree with that.
this-
He's very
on this.
pretty.
in this.
man.
Yeah,
in this group. In this,
I think in
Handsome individual.
in the ranking was Dylan and Kevin and
Kevin didn't get brought up till after. Unluckily,
Yeah.
he wasn't. You guys
Yeah.
didn't discuss him until afterwards. But I guess in your own heads, maybe you have
Yeah.
him popping
yeah,
around.
Kevin Stevens is a handsome man.
Very handsome. Man.
very handsome. Yeah,
I think Joanne is the best looking person over 50 on the planet, probably.
Oh
Wow.
my god!
Who's the
What a fireball!
Who's
that
the
lady is.
60-year-old guitar player from the Bangles? The one that did the side to side eye during Walk Like an Egyptian, the black haired one. Susan.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's very iconic. During the Walk Like an Egyptian music video, the camera goes to her, but she's too nervous, so she looks side to side, like really aggressively. And then that became a big hit on MTV in the 80s. So now every time they perform, she does the side to side eye thing. Anyway, she looks like 35, and she's 60 years old.
Holy smokes!
Who is the oldest musician you worked with?
I think I don't want to say their ages because maybe they don't want to say, but there's a
The most
fella.
experienced, wisest.
Yes, there you go, wisest. There's a fella in Watrous. His name's Daryl Carlson. He's up there for sure. Also, my recent client Gordon Young. He's, I believe, late 70s.
wow.
Interesting. That
Yeah. I mean, music, the greatest part about music is that it never stops. You can play until the end, right? That's one of the reasons why I think it's a valid pursuit. Yeah,
Lifelong career.
exactly.
Just and
Ozzy,
wrapping.
Ozzy fucking Osbourne.
Yeah, Ozzy
right.
Osbourne.
Yeah.
Kind of getting into wrapping things up. What What do you got coming up? What's the future looking like for SkullCreek?
I have lots coming up. Lots of different clients from all over the genres. I wouldn't want to just point out one or two. I don't think that's really fair because there's so many people that I really love working with and have lots of different trajectories and have different goals. But yeah, I'm loving working these days, especially like in the country scene. And it was great to win that award a couple days ago. Lots of good stuff. I got rock stuff, country stuff, this Punjabi rap stuff, all kinds of stuff that I'm working on. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Is there a genre that you either haven't worked with ever or haven't worked with in a while that you're like, man, I'd really like to...
Holy smoke.
I think actually this might be very fitting, but like one of the things I don't work on enough and that I'd love to do more is composition for film. I want to work more on film and TV, and I love composition for film. So that's something that, I'd like to do more of.
It's,
boy, do we have the opportunity for you.
Here we go.
It's something I've been thinking about quite a bit, actually, with the project that we're working on right now.
CD Projekt Red.
CD Projekt Red. Cyberpunk 2077, the sequel is coming out. Check it out. In 20 years. Would you like to do all the music? Okay, sorry. Project we're working on. I already know that it's like I want... It's like local musicians and local pieces of music to like at certain spots, but it's been really difficult. As it's been formulating, I've been trying to think like, what would be a good piece of music, and then I'll like write or whatever, and then I'll spend some time just listening to local music and be like, is that no, and like trying to find these pieces and like slowly building a playlist that I think works with what I'm going for, and it was actually interesting. We're editing a project for the Radiant right now, and that was like a band. I'm like, I'd love to have a Radiant song in there, and I kept listening to it. I'm like, man, none of these are really
grabbing you.
Like as a specific moment in this film, not like all its great music, but it's like it's not really. And then editing this project. Oh, you should actually have a look at this project because I think you'd get a kick out of it. But it was like a big live show that we did at the Broadway, and then we filmed the whole thing. But actually the production, the audio production done on it was phenomenal. On Friday,
it sounds so good.
On Friday, we finally got the.
Oh yeah, Ryan's great.
On Friday, we finally got the audio mix for it, so I was able to put that in this weekend and finish the last few songs, editing the last few songs. And it was heartbreaking. Yesterday, I was like trying to export this thing, and then it failed on me twice. And it's a 45-minute, like it takes anyways, finally got it to export. And there's a song that the Radiant sings towards the end of it, where listening to it live, I haven't had this experience very many times in my life, but the other time I had it was we saw Metallica in Vancouver, and it was around the time, it was just after Hardwired to Self-Destruct came out, that album, and I liked the album, but nothing really clicked with me totally with that album, and then I heard Now That We're Dead live, and I was like, I love everything about this song. I love the way it sounds. I love the lyrics. I love everything about it. And I was like, how the fuck did I not realize this when I listened to it on the album? But something about hearing it live clicked with me, and now I think it's my favorite Metallica song to listen to that's recorded. And similarly with the Radiant, last time I'm editing these songs, I listened to one, and I just heard like a lyric, and I'm like, oh my god, that's a great fucking lyric. And then I went back and just listened to the song like 4 times the live version. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, this is really good. Like, it's not my usual thing, but now that one thing clicked with me, now I like the whole thing.
Can I guess what song?
It'd be very difficult for you to guess, I think.
Cherry Cola?
No.
No?
It'd be very difficult. It's an odd choice. And to be fair, the studio track, not to say the studio, it's all brilliant, but something about how punchy the live version was as in comparison with the studio track, that the punchiness of it's part of what clicked with me. And so I'm listening to the studio track, but now that I know the lyrical content, I'm like, oh man, maybe this works, and then it got me thinking in a different way, and I'm like, maybe I think this song could work in the context of this thing we're working on. But I guess just to finish off that thought, I've been thinking a lot about how to communicate with somebody who is going to do music for a film. And because with the thing that we want to work on, it is something where I think we all decided early on that we want the vision to be really precise. Like, we want it to be something that's we don't want to like any area of it to be something that isn't tuned. So it's like, it's something that I keep thinking about is how when the music is going on, because I want it to be just as
Impactful
tuned up.
and
It's like, how do you
exactly.
communicate? Like because like you're going to be the guy that does the music. How do we communicate with Aspen to like get that best product? Like how do we, whatever. And you did such a brilliant job when we sent you that song for Paranormal Prairies, and you sent us that track. It like
Nailed it first
to me.
try.
It's just so. It's such an iconic track. It's like that little bit of. I think Andrew had told you that it's like we were going for that sort of unsolved mysteries, like that type of thing. And what's funny is, I think probably you listened to the original Unsolved Mysteries, right? Like the OG.
Of course.
In my head, the one that I had in my head was the Netflix, because they modernized the theme. Have you heard the modernized version?
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little different, but to me, it's like it's a great modern reinterpretation of that theme. But I'm like, it's just funny. I made me very curious. Like, I wonder what in your head was the thing that you listened to or whatever. And I think you told me a little bit about the production. It's like you'll sometimes you'll just sit and you'll vibe for a bit and you'll.
Yeah, I wanted to just see what the clips looked like, you know, and what Joel looks like and what he's saying. And then I'm like, okay, they want this, and I think this will work well. Try to feel if these will work together, and just see if it works, and it did.
Oh,
It worked
know?
so good.
Yeah, and I just thought like I this is what we have to do is just communicate as best we can beforehand. Then I kind of give you a draft of like, this is what I'm thinking or trying, and then you say yes or no, and then we just keep going from there. Right?
Speaking, just to close out of our long-standing relationship, and speaking about
So formal.
video fitting to
we'll
music,
be ending. We'll be moving in separate ways.
just to speak a little bit to how we have music set to video. Sometimes the video is set to music.
Yeah.
If Andy, if you could bring up Tears of a Bacon, and this is what happens when you set video to music. So we were inspired by the song, and that.
This is art at its purest form, distilled down.
Have you ever seen these?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but not probably not for you.
if you were to ask
probably
like
not a long time,
like a Da Vinci or a Dostoevsky or like a
this is
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, any master of his craft,
Yeah.
he would vibe with this. He'd be
Yeah.
like, this is what I was trying to do with my body.
He'd give
of
you
work.
the tip of the cap.
But well,
for
he would
this.
say it's like I never quite got there with my body of work.
Yeah.
But it seems like you gentlemen sort of just got it right away. You sort of just figured it out on your first try.
Definitely ahead of its time.
THX, Realtek. Yeah, there you go.
Andy's fucking on it. So this is what happens when video is shot to music.
Right.
This is what we can do for you.
Yeah. Well, lightning doesn't hit strike
Yeah,
twice.
I can't do
Like,
this.
we can try.
We can try.
And then this sultry voice comes in.
Oh,
So dramatic. So much emotion. I feel. Wow, I feel that pain
I love it.
in my loins. Deep.
See, a lot of guys will need a runtime of 2.5 hours, 3 hours, like minimum like 2 hours to get dramatic potential within their films.
We
You
need
just
Not
don't.
here.
You don't need it.
That's
We
You
need
right.
don't
like a
need
minute.
that type of length.
That's what happens.
Such range, Brad, too. Such range.
That's what happens when video is set to music.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
not the other way around.
Thank you
PBS
all for joining
News
us.
Hour.
Episode 8.
I believe so.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course.
Yeah, thanks so much,
Anytime. always.
Check out
Skull-
everything Aspen's doing. SkullCreek Studios.
SkullCreek. Have you announced the Burke thing? Is that a thing or no? I don't want to speak out of school on that. If that's
Not too much, but pretty soon we're going to be launching a project called Midnight Pines. Myself, Burke Jodoin, Curtis Kopp, and also Leah Hansen has been contributing here and there too. So just watch out for that.
Hell yeah.
Stay tuned for more Tears of a Bacon. Thanks, guys.